Record. Woo! Recording in progress. I'm glad they didn't change that. Okay, I think you can see me back here. Yes. So I am barefooted, but I decided to keep my socks on so that you can see my feet. Okay. And of course, this is Mobility Wednesday. It should be a beautiful day here tomorrow for everybody coming out. So that'll be fun. Sorry that we're late. It's just that you have to figure out all this technology when they change everything up on you. Plus with the storm last night, so see how I'm getting you started. I'm standing right here. I got my bare feet with just my socks on. Okay. I'm going to step out like this. Okay. We're going to get warmed up through our hips first, up through the back, then through the shoulders, and a little overlapping. So I'm standing right here in the middle. I don't have my pad here on the floor. And I'm going to step out like this first, just a simple step out and then come back. It's almost like a dance step since I have dancers in here today. Good to see Judy. So see, I'm just going to come right back here to neutral. I'm going to turn, shift, and come into this a little, and then come back, turn. And then if I want to add the arms, I'll just do something like this. I'll just pull and come out like this, but I won't lean, okay? So I don't want you leaning out like that. Whenever that you turn, you're gonna point, see that? But I'm not doing that, okay? And then come back. Then I'm gonna go out this way again. See how I'm shifting, but I'm staying rib cage up? Okay, that gives a real wake up to your spine, to your hips. So anybody that has hip issues, these next three moves, very important for you. Step, it's a shift, but I'm not leaning. So rib cage up, point, come back. Here we go. Step, open, point, just like that. Okay, but don't lean, and then come back in. Now I'm going to step forward and back and forward and back. So instead of walking like this right now, I'm trying to get your mobility acumen up. I'm going to step big and then come back. Now, I'm just going to go scissors with my arms, scissors with my arms, okay? If you want to make this a little more challenging, those of you out there who want to get on with it, then do a tandem type of a thing. Bring the feet almost into a straight line, okay? That's going to be a lot more challenging for your balance. If you don't want that, stay at least hip width apart. Tighten in your tummy, race, drop your shoulders, step, but keep a distance in between the feet, okay? Then when you come back, you're gonna bend the back leg. So I'm gonna go large step, keep a space right here. And when I get ready to pull back, instead of jerking my back, see, and going into that kind of a thing, I'm gonna bend my knee and push into the foot. Here I go. And if that's too big of a step, because you can't bend your knee to get yourself back without jerking your back, then don't go so far, okay? So it's a giant step, a scissors with my arms, a giant step, a scissors with my arms, a giant step, a scissors with my arms, a giant step, a scissors with my arms. So this kind of a work that I'm doing right now, and I started with the side step, toe turned out, foot, whole foot turned out. This kind of a bigger step. I don't want to say giant because that might be too much. okay? But it's a bigger step than normal. All right, it's gonna get your muscles, your joints, really stepping up their warm up, okay? So you've been doing stuff at your house or at your room while you're waiting for me to get on. I know, see how I'm just walking gently back and forth, just a little. See that? See, that's a very different thing, but it's not a huge effort, which is good for a warm up. However, we're trying to get ourselves on into the class today. Therefore, when you take a big old step and you push back and you are using your upper body, all right, keep your tummy tight. Don't lean out. See, that makes you use your back, your hips, your legs a lot deeper, all right? So that's why I chose to do these two moves to get us on target just now. Okay, now I'm gonna add one more to this warm up move. I'll recap. That was the second one. Here was the first one. See how it turned out like that? Do your little point thing. Here we go, tight tummy. Step out, point, let's say rib cage up. Okay, third move, cross, just like that, come back in. So I'm gonna cross midline. Don't be surprised if when you do this, you get off just a little bit and you're like, oh, I'm about to lose my balance. Yeah, that's right. Just like I was about to lose my balance trying to get online this morning. Oh, here we go. See this? So I'm on the toes. I'm lifting the heel, but then put your heel down and back. Okay. See, go to the toe. Now put the heel down and back. Here we go. Put the heel down. See, my knees are soft, but my toes are all forward. Then you come back. Don't go so far that it makes you wrench your back trying to get back into line. So straight forward, rib cage up, go to the toe. See how that shift is? Then go to the heel. Okay, let me say something about this little move right here. Okay, my feet are forward, shoulders are down, breathing in through the nose. Okay, tight tummy. When I shift and I go to the toe in the back, be ready. It's going to force you into like that, an out of balance situation. Okay, that's how most falls occur. We can't pull ourselves back. Okay, so that's why I want to mimic that kind of emotion. But if you always safety first. If you're doing this, you need, and you know you have significant issues with balance, always have a chair, a wall, you know, a counter, a bed where you can put your hand on it. Okay, so let's do that 2 more times. So I'm right here. I'm going to go to the toe in the back, tight tummy, my knee is soft in front, and then I'm going to sink back into the heel. Okay, so now push into the toe. Now go into the heel. Keep the back knee soft. Okay, into the toe. There I am. Rib cage up. See how I'm not leaning? This is what we always want to do. That's number 1. And number 2, we always want to turn our foot to give us more stability. And I'm saying don't do that, okay? Because I want you to force your proprioceptive systems into an out of balance situation and then come back into the balance situation. So here I am. See, toe, rib cage up, breath. So just shift back and forth, but don't lean, don't lean. Okay, take a big breath and come back down. Now we're gonna move into our 1 foot balance challenge. So, you know you're gonna be on 1 foot a lot today. gonna have my chair here. So I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna get on balance. I'm gonna come up one leg, try it with both. So you see which one tends to give you more trouble. So I can tell you, and if those of you have been with me, you know, quite a while, when I shift into this one where this is my stability leg, if I don't put my hand on something to keep myself lined up, I will overlean to avoid using the very muscles that I need to use. Yeah, it's because of that hip replace and the fact that a year after I had the hip replaced, I got it worked up into a stress fracture. Very painful. So I know a little about all this, okay? Stay with me. See, I'm putting my hand here gently. I don't want to lean too heavily on it, but I don't want to lean. And I come back, okay? This work right here, and I warmed you up with some big moves before I asked you to do this move, okay? This is a big move. This is a very studied move. You see the hip here is at 90 degrees, okay? People that have the ability to do that kind of single leg standing with their hip in this position, not down here, up here. Now, if you need to start down here, of course do. But I would rather you work at and work low first and then work at the ability to come up here at a 90 degrees and then come back down, and you're holding it for a little bit. That's the thing you got to hear. Because see, if I'm barefooted, I'm shifting, I'm not leaning. Because I noticed that's what I was doing. I was trying to avoid using the very muscle that is needed to be used in order to go into a 90 degrees knee up position. You're going to feel all kinds of stuff going on in your back, your hip, your leg, front and back. When you come up this much and you hang out here for a little bit. Now that I'm there, I'm in good position. I'm going to go ahead and extend that leg, okay? I'm going to feel it here. Then I'm going to bring it back in and bring it back down. That's what I'm going for. Step back. Anybody that's had any kind of significant injuries in any way, or you have wonky hips or a back that kind of is, you know, delicate, step back and really get this move. Okay, see how I'm starting to shift? Is now I'm going to bring this leg up. I don't have any problems with this one because I'm stronger in my quad here. And this is my knee replace side. You can believe that. Okay, so I'm at 90 degrees, tight tummy, breathe in through the nose. Once you've held it up here at the 90 degrees, with or without help, then you're going to go ahead and reach that lower leg up there until you start to feel this. Yes, don't lower it. Take a big breath, tight tummy, drop your shoulders, breath. Now bring it in and bring it down. Okay, now shift, 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 sit back, sit back, sit back. Yeah, don't over lean. So anybody out there, I don't know if Chrissy's on this morning, I'm not sure, but if you've had hips replaced, I'm telling you, we got to work really differently and hard to keep from over leaning, because that makes you use other muscles, not the ones that I really want you to use. Okay, so now I've got my chair here, so I'm just going to turn to my chair and I'm going to go back right there. Okay, rib cage up and lift. Now, if I were with you right now, any one of you, and I had you do this move, okay? Take the other leg, put it back to the toe. See that? Then I want you to really tighten the butt. like somebody was coming at you with a shot. Squeeze the gluteal and lift. You don't lift very high. Say, some people think they got to lean way down here and they got to throw that leg way up. No, no, no. We are trying to innervate hamstring and gluteal here. We're trying to turn those muscles on. So, neutral stance, shoulders down. I put my toe back here, okay? And I straighten the leg. Then I tighten, press down, rib cage up, lift. So it's a press, a press, a press. Woo, you should be feeling that in the hamstring, the gluteal, and your back extensors. Keep your chin tucked. Big breath. Here we go. Keep going. I know it. I know Kathy's counting. I'm really gonna try to get about 30 lifts on some of these. So that was maybe 10. Okay. Before you go to the other leg, if you did that right, you're feeling it here. Take a little break. See? Turn, turn. See, I'm turning, turning, turning. So let me tell you something about this move. When you get up, some of you go for walks. Great. You do a bike ride, whatever. If you will do this move to really innervate the gluteals, okay, the back of the legs here, so that they are switched on, okay, you will have a much better walk, okay? Put your hands right here on the chair, say rib cage up, okay? Now squeeze the gluteal before you go to lift. If you don't do that, I can tell you this is what I see. If you don't squeeze the gluteal to get that little lift, see, it's not a big lift. I'm going to see this. That's what I'm going to see. And you won't even touch the gluteals nor the hamstring. Okay? So, here we go. Shoulders down, soft knee in the front, straight leg to the toe in the back. Squeeze the gluteal, lift. And then it's just a little pulsing. See that? Big breath, 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 right through the hamstring, gluteal, back extensors. Yes. Big breath. Woo! Just two more, just two more, just two more. Give me two more. Okay. Sit back, turn. Sit back, turn. Sit back, turn. Keep your chin tucked. Sit back, turn. Really reach around with those arms. One more. Sit back, turn. Yay. Okay. Here's my little pad, my little disc, my little pillow. Call it whatever you want. But it's going in the floor. Okay? You can always use, anytime you're going to be doing stepping like over an object, which we're going to do, like this. See this? See this? See this? Yeah, it's just 2 inches. However, when you're stepping over anything, it's amazing how the littlest thing that you catch your toe on, or you even misstep off the edge of the platform, can send you reeling. So I'm saying this because there's all kinds of ways to stay balanced and do good work. You can use a polo. You can use your chair in front of you. All kinds of things, okay? And if you need that, use that. So it's a step, and it's a step. Why is this so important? We already did that hip turn out, okay? Which got us in mobility mode for our adductors and abductors. Well, this little move, stepping up on a 2-inch little platform. And sure, we had 4-inch platforms, 6 inches, and 8-inch platforms when we were working at the gym. Okay, and you can do this with steps or stairs or whatever. Don't discount this move, okay? Especially barefooted, because see, when you step, just by virtue of going side to side, see that? You're gonna put pressure on the outside of your foot a little more than you normally do if you walk forward and back, okay? So a little series, if you've had any kind of hip, muscle, joint issues, this adduction and abduction is a big deal, okay? Now I'm gonna stand right here, just like that. And I'm gonna go right here and right here. See that? I'm gonna go right here and right here, okay? Take a big breath, drop your shoulders. I got my little balance pole or a chair or a counter, whatever floats your boat there. But I'm going to now sink, okay? How am I gonna sink? By pushing my butt back a little, okay? And then I'm gonna put this leg right out here. See that tap? And then I'm gonna come up as far as I can, okay? That's different than what we were doing, all right? So these very issues that I'm doing today in our Mobility Wednesday, we're stepping back a bit and we're doing some very, very important moves for good hip function, okay? So I'm basically doing a one-legged stance. I don't hold on to this very hard, just enough to have that little balance. Now, if you're good to go with getting off balance and you don't want to use this, it's going to be really hard to do this move. Do it, but make sure that you have a safety net if you need it, okay? So that's one. So all the time that I'm doing this one-legged stance and doing adduction and abduction, see, up and back, make sure that you're leading with your ankle or your heel, okay? Don't turn that toe. And right now, you've been hanging out here and doing this. This should be burning. Yes, just 2 more. Here we go. 1 more. Ah, bring it in. Okay. Now you know that move we did at the very beginning? We're going to do it now with this leg. Turn back. Totally release. Huh. It's like magic. Okay. See how I just stepped back? Just like that. Take a big deep breath. Drop your shoulders. Come back. Should feel pretty good. You can do it again if you need to. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to go over to this one. So this is my Waterloo because I know what I do. I'm going to go into a one-legged stance, basically. If I'm overusing the pole, a chair, just be mindful of it so that you don't overuse it. It's there, okay? Big breath in through the nose, okay? Tight tummy, little hip hinge. Now, correct your foot position. I know you were pointing, weren't you? Well, we want to lead with our heel. We want to lead with our ankle. See that? Yeah. And if I feel myself over leaning to avoid using the very muscles that I'm wanting you to use, that I want to use, I'll stop and regroup. Okay? So if you've had hip replacements, if you have arthritis in your hips, all the above, sometimes these muscles, it takes a while to get them to wake back up, okay? So everything that we do pretty much neuromuscular. What does that mean? That just means your muscle ain't gonna move unless your nerve going to it is firing it. That's all that means. Well, sometimes when you've had those nerves, interrupted, you're gonna have to step back and do some of these very important moves in order to get those muscles firing again. Okay, keep your shoulder down. Two more, just two more, just two more. Stay with me. Breath, breath, breath. And come back down and turn that toe out. Release, 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 release. You got it? Yeah. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. You got it? Good. All right. Now, something a little different. Okie dokie, stay with me. You got your little kitchen chair, right? Okay. I'm going to turn it so I can put my hands here for a little support. I'm going to put my heels on that pillow. See that? But here's the deal. My feet are going to be on there just as wide as the pillow is. So that means there's a little space in between. Okay? Now I'm going to go down into a squat. All right? So I'm coming right down in here into a squat. My feet are on the floor, my heels are up, and then I'm going to come back up and press. So I'm going to release. I'm going to come down into a squat. And I'm just I can play around with my toes, and then I come back up, okay? I'm gonna go back down. I'm gonna reach through the rungs of my chair, go into that heel and really reach through, and then come back up and up and up. So I'm trying to target right above the knee, yeah. So with my heels up, pressing into my heels, I'm coming down. I'm going to go down as far as I feel I can. Then I'm going to be really pressing down there, reaching. Then I'm going to be pressing into the heels and coming up. Pay close attention that your knees don't go in, okay? Or out, but especially in. So now I'm coming down, 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 down into the heels, keeping my chin tucked, stay right into those heels, come down 1 inch lower, breathe, push, 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 and push. Yes, now step off. Should have felt that right in there. I know. Okay, turn that chair around again. We're utilizing our chair today. I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. Now we're going to go into a full body load. You can use your pillow on the floor because you're going to put your knees down. If you don't want to put your knees down, you do not have to. Okay? So just see how far down you can go. This is Mobility Wednesday. And this first move is a very important one to mobility. So use the pad for your knee because it's going to come down. But I'm going to step just like that. See? So my forward leg, knee is right at the chair. See that? Big breath. Yes. Here we go. I'm going to drop my knee in the back. Put my hands on the chair. And I can come right to my knee. So say I'm showing you this in case you need a little cushioning for your knee, okay? Now, those of you who find it really difficult to get into this position, don't go all the way down, all right? When you're ready to come up, you just press. You can press and come up and just go halfway. So you're gonna go right to here and then come back, okay? You're gonna come right there and then push back. So see, it's a pretty wide stance. When you push your hips back, bring the toe up in the front. Here we go, bend, come all the way down. If you can, if you can't, then go back up right where you came to. So here I am, pushing into the heel in the back, then pushing into the heel in the front, raising the toe. So this is a very good way to get more mobile in your day-to-day activities, is this little move, okay? It's called a runner stretch or a walker stretch. Here we go, through the ankle, pull that toe all the way down and all the way down. Big breath. Now I'm down there on my pad, so now I'm gonna change legs. I'm gonna bring the other one up. See, there's a little space right here. Okie dokie. So here I am, and I'm gonna bring the knee up. So I'm gonna come up. I'm very wide. I'm gonna push back onto the heel in the back. And then I'm gonna bring that toe forward in the front. All right. Just like that. Take a big breath. Rotate, rotate. Drop your shoulders. Breathe in through the nose. Go down as far as you feel you can, and then come back up. And then straighten those legs. So whether you can go all the way down or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, go down as far as you can, but at this point, your legs are straight. You're gonna pull the toe up in the front, and you're really pushing that heel down in the back. So for me, my calf on the other side, the one that I've got back there now, is I have to really work at it because I always have a tighter calf. Why? That's my knee replace side. Yeah. Okay. Come back up one more time. Here we go. Press and push into this move. This is a very good move to do with or without the pad. Okay. And if you can't, again, go all the way down, then don't just go down as far as you can. All right. Take a big deep breath. And then come back in with both feet. You're right down here with your elbows on the chair. You're in a little squat. Then I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna open up the whole chest. Okay, so you're gonna pull, open, 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 open. Stay down there with one elbow, all the way across the back with the other hand. So here I go. Switch, push down into the heels. Open across your back. Big breath. Hold it there, hold it there, hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. And then come back. Yay. So I'm still down, using my little chair, okay? This time I want you to take your pad and put it on the chair so that your elbows are on the pad, right there, okay? Then I'm gonna step back a little at first. Then I'm gonna, if everything's good there, I'm gonna adjust my shoulders. What does that mean? That means putting your shoulders down, pulling your shoulder blades in. Then I'm gonna step back a little more. And I'm gonna go into a plank, right here, into a plank. Take a big deep breath, don't hang your head, okay? Drop your shoulders. Then I'm gonna push up, put my toes forward a little bit, put my heels down, bring my butt way up as I sneak through my arms. Then rotate, come back down into a chair, elbow plank, right there. Take a big deep breath, hang out here for just a second. Now, if everything's good and you're hanging on, but let's say you want to do a little more. Okay, if you don't want to do a little more, just stay right here with me. But if you do, you're going to tighten in, drop your shoulders, and you're going to lift one leg at a time. You're going to try to bring one leg up at a time. Boom, boom. So I'm telling you, this one's much harder on your hip stability. So I can even do it with one, but I find it very challenging to do with the other. So please go into just a chair plank with your elbows down on your little pillow and hang out here for a bit. Bring one knee up, bring one knee up. And by meaning up, I mean you drop your knee so you can bring your foot up. That's what I'm trying to do. Take a big breath, drop your knee, come up, 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 drop your knee, come up. One more, drop your knee, come up, and go right into the plank. Step out of the plank and come up. Bring those hands right out to the side. Take a big deep breath. Okay. Bring them right up here. Bring the elbows right in here. Take the hands right back past the ears. When you take the hands past the ears, don't open those elbows. Okay. So you're going to come from here right past the ears, and you're going to pat yourself on the back right here. Then you bring it back down. My hands are at the ears. Pull back, pat yourself on the back. Keep those elbows in front. See how I can see my elbows? Don't open them. Okay, so bring the ears, but keep the ears touching with your hands right here. Then go back and pat yourself right there. Then come back down. Okay. So for some of you, this is, no problem. I can tell you, for many of you who've had shoulder issues, especially if you have rounded shoulders, you just have trouble with your shoulder mobility. Going from here, bending here, sorry, all kinds of interruptions. Then I'm going to take my hands back and pat the top part of my back right here. But my elbows stay forward. And then I'm going to bring it right back down. But I'm going to stay right here. See? Pat, 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 pat. Bring it back down. See that? Here we go. Pat, 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 pat. Bring it back down. Here we go. One more time. Pat, pat, pat. Bring it down. Bring it open. And push right out there. Just push right out there. Big breath, big breath, big breath. Now, do you see what I'm doing with my feet? See, I'm pushing. See? Pushing and then drop my hands. Pushing and then drop my hands. And all I'm doing is threading the needle, so to speak. I'm just bringing a knee up. Trying not to overlean. And there I go with that one-legged challenge again. So I'm not bringing the knee all the way up. I'm shifting. I'm pushing really hard here, pointing, bringing the knee up just gently. You don't even have to bring the other toe off the ground if you don't want. Okay? Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. Stay with me. Stay with me. Keep your shoulders down. Push. See, just bend that knee. Breath. Sorry about that. With the dogs. Somebody's coming. Breath. Breath. Yes. Breath. Yes. Breath. Yes. And bring it in and bring it down. Shake out, shake out, shake out. Let me see where we're at here. Ooh. All right. Okay. How are you feeling? I used 2 basic moves to really get your shoulders innervated, okay? Which was a body weight, but I did it on a modification scale. Okay, we're gonna get down into the floor and back up just once. I'm not gonna do a lot of work down there, but I want you to practice with me. I'm doing this with you. This is not a little thing, okay? So I'm going to come right here again. I'm going to come, I can use my chair. I'm going to go back into that move that we did when we were here at the chair. I'm going to bend. I'm going to get myself down in the floor, all the way down. Okay. Right here, I'm going to tuck under right here. I'm going to take this move right now and really open up my whole back and chest area by just doing this. See that? Then I'm going to come back in like this. I'm going to tuck. I'm going to roll. And I'm going to go back to the other side. See that? And now I'm just really pulling myself around here, keeping my chin tucked. See, just like that. I'm pulling myself around as if I was going to get up. But we know we're not getting up quite yet, because I'm going to drop and I'm going to roll. Right? And I'm going to come right here again. See that? Don't do it fast. I'm telling you, this is not a little thing. This is a very good thing to do a couple of times, pretty much every day. This is mobility at its best, because at some point you're going to find yourself in the floor. How are you going to get up? I'm going to roll. I'm not going to go fast. I'm going to stretch myself around here, just really open, keep your shoulders down. Then I'm going to roll back. And I'm going to come right in here and stretch myself all the way around. I'm looking over my shoulder. Hi, Mac. You're being a loud boy. Okay. Then I'm going to go to my hands and knees. See? I'm going to open my feet. And I'm going to push back into my feet. All right? I'm going to hang out here for just a little bit. Then I'm going to come up, so I'm not dizzy. So what we did just now is a big deal, okay? I hope you did it with me. Sorry about getting on a little late. We did get on though, didn't we? So that's a good thing.